Hello, I'm Dr. Randall Smith here with Hani Abudia of Net Tours. And we'd like to talk to you just a little bit about an exciting journey in Rome and south of Italy, an incredible biblical journey. Hani, why did you decide to begin to focus on the southern part of Italy to study the New Testament?
It was clear to me that in a very short distance between Puteoli and Rome, you can really depict the world of Paul.
What are the group leaders and other evangelical visitors that are coming on the programs now telling you about their experience here?
They are completely amazed about the difference. You know, so the guys who are able to compare apples to apples, who have been here before, and the approach is completely different. That's what makes them really enjoy that experience, and it goes inside. It's internalized. It's not just seeing and talking about it. It's not only the beautiful country, but it's also the messages in the New Testament.
What would you say to a traveler who's been with Net before but hasn't been to Italy?
In my opinion, if you want to understand the progression of our faith from its roots, you really have to do two countries. And I am very confident about this. The Holy Land, and understand the Jewish roots of Christianity and Christ's life and the context in which he was living. And then come to Italy, because in my opinion, most of us are really practicing various shades of Pauline Christianity, and it's Rome. But it makes you understand Paul and his writings in a much more dynamic way, in my opinion, than just reading it. It's like I say, it's an aha experience. Now I understand.
We have had some moving experiences being in places like St. Paolo alla Regula, where we could really talk about Paul being under a light chain and imprisoned here and writing the prison epistles. But our tour took us from the area of Rome to Ostia, to Puteoli, and the bay where Paul first landed in the Bay of Naples. Welcome to Puteoli and welcome to the Italic Peninsula. Acts 25 and 26 tell the story of Paul's arrest and several years at Caesarea. So by the time he's coming here, it's February. Best dating sometime February 8th-ish. And the landing site, they remember it at a little memorial or a stone over there in front of the church there. Now, I want you to think for a moment about the journey from that point. Clearly, people were living in this region under the problems that were going on already seismically. There's a Brady seismic activity that goes on here. This is one large 4 volcanoes strung together, and you're actually looking at the rim of a volcano. We went over to Pompeii to visit the sites of that were covered up by Mount Vesuvius in '79. We've made our way to Minturno, a small Roman site that very few groups visit, but there's really a lot to offer there. I want you to imagine that as Paul is hearing about these Ephesian believers, at this very same time, he's sitting next to a guy on a light chain who's got lousy duty, who used to be a Gaul, who was transferred to being a Roman. And Paul begins to pen out, under the influence of the Holy Spirit, you know what? I watched the assimilation of people into the Roman world, and I'd like to connect the dot between that and what I'm watching as pagans come to Christ. We stayed in a mansio, one of the types of inns from the New Testament period. The whole experience brought us to Rome, where we began to study how when Paul got here 2 different times, once under arrest and then released, and a second time under arrest that ended in his beheading. We studied both of those. Half of the epistles of Paul come from Rome. And so what we have are these incredible sites that relate to Paul and the incredible opportunity to understand the images in the background of the New Testament.